Lots of empty bottles, empty Gatorade bottles, empty liquor bottles, and often baby oil.
Where did you see baby oil?
On the table, on the floor, on the bed, around the room.
He mentioned that when we were out of the country, that Scott's car would be blown up. He wanted his friends to be there to see it.
While you were employed by Mr. Combs, did you ever observe him using drugs?
Yes.
What kinds of drugs?
Weed, ketamine, cocaine, Molly, E.
How frequently did Mr. Combs do drugs, in your observation?
I would say every day.
Did he do drugs during the day?
He would take Percocets throughout the day.
Welcome back to Court TV Live. We'll head back for the Robert Alessi argument in front of Judge Cannoni in just a moment. But first, let's get an update out of Manhattan, where the sex trafficking and racketeering trial for Sean Diddy Combs continues.
Let's bring in someone who is live for us outside of the federal courthouse. We have Court TV senior producer Emanuela Grinberg with us. Emanuela, good to see you. You've been inside of that courthouse. Tell us the latest from Jane, who is testifying again for many times now in terms of days.
Yes, hello, Julie and Ted. So right now we're on a lunch break until 1:15. When we come back, Jane will continue her third day of testimony, her third day on direct examination. And just to remind everyone, who she is. Jane is a content creator and a single mom who met the defendant in 2020. They said they started seeing each other on a more intimate basis from 2021 till about 2024 when he was arrested. And basically, the crux of her testimony is that she is an alleged victim of sex trafficking. And so the government has been questioning her about her alleged instances with the defendant being sex trafficked, being kept in these lured into these dark hotel rooms with promises of a real relationship to perform sexual acts with other men for Combs. And so we just heard some stunning testimony on right before we broke for lunch, her basically recounting her reaction to Cassie Ventura's lawsuit in November 2023. She said when she read the allegations in the lawsuit, she almost fainted, or nearly did, because it felt like I was reading my own story, her own story of sexual trauma. And she said this to Combs in a series of texts after news of the lawsuit broke, where Cassie accused Combs of beating her, of forcing her into these freak-offs. And throughout testimony so far, we've been hearing about Jane's own examples or instances with alleged sexual abuse. She called them, or they called them by this time, hotel nights, but bearing very striking resemblance to all of Cassie's harrowing allegations of just being lured into hotel rooms and forced to have sex against her will. And really just this theme of wanting to please Combs, but also fearing him, fearing the repercussions of what would happen if she said no, or if she tried to resist him.
Yeah, this is a crazy case, let's face it. What else, Emanuela, going on there today?
Well, the day started with some arguments outside the jury's presence. We heard about a motion for mistrial that was filed over the weekend by the defense, based on some pretty explosive testimony we heard last week from another alleged victim of Combs, not of sexual abuse necessarily, but Brianna Bongolan, a friend of Cassie Ventura's, has accused Sean Combs of dangling her off a 17th-story balcony in the middle of just sort of for no particular reason. But basically, on cross-examination, the defense confronted Bongolan with evidence that Sean Combs may have been touring on the East Coast when she alleges this all happened, when this alleged balcony dangling incident occurred. So, Bongolan said there's a chance I may have mixed up the dates, but there's no doubt in my mind that Sean Combs dangled me off a balcony. But basically now the defense is saying, in the face of this, conflicting information, the prosecution ought to have known or should have known that there was the possibility that she was lying, perjuring herself, and that this rises to the level of a mistrial.
Wow. More alleged victims that take...
going to take that under it.
Oh.
Sorry.
No, that's right.
More about that mistrial motion coming up.
Yeah, well, a judge didn't rule, obviously, from the bench there. But it's not something you forget, somebody hanging you over a balcony.
Sure.
That's for sure.
But we've had so many alleged victims testifying. I just think it's making the prosecution's case stronger and stronger little by little. Emanuela, thank you so much for that report.